Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we're working on a travel time pulse unit right there. We are going to be taking that off and putting a new cap on it, because the cap is shot and it's wreaking havoc on the pulse unit. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to loosen these screws because there's some standoffs on there, and I don't want to lose them. It's going to be hard enough putting this back together. With it apart. But you and I are just going to take that cap off and leave it dangle and then test it. And then once I verify it's working correctly, the board will go back on. So yeah, this is just potentiometer, switch, capacitor, resistor and capacitor, but this cap is garbage. So you get a brand new modern one to replace it. Well, the first thing we want to do is take my solder sucker and we're going to heat up the pad. I might have to add solder to it. Let's add solder to it. Sometimes this old solder, it just doesn't want to reflow and play nice. So you're better off adding solder to it. And then that solder mixes with the old solder and just makes it come off easier for some odd reason. So that's what we're going to do. I know it seems backwards, but yeah, it does do the job. Trust me, I've done it before. Yeah, I see it too. You got the ends bent over. Okay, you got the ends bent over just to make it extra fun to remove. That side is loose. They're both loose. Okay. I want to go. That's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want it just to fall out, but it did. See if I can find that with a flashlight. Alright. Well, we got the cap out. Is that it? There it goes, right there. I gotcha. Put it in a part of the cabinet I didn't vacuum. Alright. So we got that puppy out. That's the old original one. Mallory. 25 MFD by 50 volts. TC36B, made in USA. Yeah, you don't see that crap no more. You don't see that anymore. This is a new one. 25 microfarads by 50 volts. And the temperature is 105 Celsius. So I'm going to actually put that so it can be read. That's what I want to do. I want to put it so whoever works on it next, if they ever have to replace it, they can see what size cap is on. Alright, now we'll take our soldering iron and the solder, bend it over like that. Get this out of the way. We can turn the solder sucker off actually. There. That can get cooled, start cooling down. And get everything from my cord away. I am not the best solderer in the world, so don't criticize me too much, please. Turn off my soldering tip. Turn that off. Let's get, as you can see, it's soldered back on. I'm going to leave it just like that. Unplug the soldering iron and the solder sucker. Move this out of the way. We will back you up. I'm just going to leave that as there right now. Right here's the clock, so when I plug this in, if we have any issues, the clock will go goofy right away. Alright, let's get all the metal, everything away from it. Yep. Turn it on. Start a ball. the clock is running. And that's what it's supposed to do. You hear the stepper go, and the clock will run. Let's turn the potentiometer the other way. Yeah. Game over. Alright, I'm going to cut that apart, put the machine back together, and, well, I'll show you exactly what goes on here. Tell you more. Alright, this is the pulse unit. This is what sends the power signal, let's say, right here. This is the pulse unit. Let's say this sends the power signal to the stepper. I might as well cut these off now, since they are not required to be long anymore. There. Throw those in the garbage. Alright. This pulse unit. The cap was shorted, so it was just like a direct path. This is a potentiometer. This adjusts the clock so it goes really fast or really slow. This is a switching diode, popular 2N4401, I believe. Let me get that correct. 2N4401, and then it's a 4.7 ohm resistor, which is right here, and then you already know about the cap. So anyways, when you start a game and you go over to top lane, I'll show you that on the other side, it actually activates this, which will create a pulse of electricity, which then will start stepping the stepper down. And that's what you're hearing with that loud click. And the stepper is also connected to the lights here on the playfield. So let me hook that back up, and then we'll put the playfield down and you can see what it does. Alright, the pulse unit is mounted like it's supposed to be. Now remember, this game is still in test mode. I didn't put it back together fully. Alright, here's the game. We will turn it on. And with most Williams. Alright. Now you got your clock here. You can see it's on 0. We will move you in a little bit better so you can see what I'm gonna do. I might as well go over on this side to show you a little bit better. Game's over. Clock is stopped. We'll start a game. We're at 60 units time, and that's 0, and this will clock backwards. So we will launch the ball. I don't have all the junk here, so the minute I pull the plunger back, it drops into the cabinet. When we get up here, we're going to start the clock now. Notice it's starting to count down slowly. Before it went crazy backwards. We can go here, stop the clock. That's one thing I gotta work on yet. We got a stuck switch on there I have to work on yet. But notice the clock was stopped because I went in there. If I go here, the clock will start up again. Where else can we stop the clock? We can drain. That stops the clock. I have a stuck switch here. What are we doing? Let's... Yeah. Do we get 1,000? maybe that is working right. I don't know what it is when lit. Where are we at? Let's do... Okay, hundreds. The reel needs attention too. Okay, 0, 5, 1, 2, 2,000. So it's giving 2,000 points. Maybe that's normal. The clock is stopped. We can go down in here. So that gave it 500. But the clock stopped. Go here, start the clock. Stop the clock. 500. See, now it's working perfect, so I wonder if that has something to do with that. Maybe it's supposed to give 2,000. So it just did 2,000 again. We can add 10. Let's see what we're going to get. We're at 0. That was 1,500. $1,500. So yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to do. What you get with that? I don't know. I'm going to have to look more at the unit to see what it does, but you get TRAVEL, which lights your travel, or DINE. Now we'll get both, so we get start clock. And we got bonus time too, which was nice. Clock's running again. Now, which is pretty cool about this game too, you can drain the ball and it stops the clock and it keeps running again. Start clock again. Drain the ball. Start clock. Drain ball. Drain ball. Drain ball. Drain ball. Drain ball. Let's let the clock go down a little bit. Drain ball. Notice every time you drain a ball, the clock stops. Every time you come back through here, the clock will start again. Let's get her down to 55. Drain ball. Notice the theme here. You're getting unlimited balls as long as that clock is going. Drain ball. Clock stopped. Red light. Green light. You're just going to get unlimited balls till you run out of time. I just added time by hitting the top right there. Oh, you get a bonus for time. 75, you get 25. So yeah, I hit 75, so I got 25 units of time. Stop clock. We got 20 seconds of time left. Start the clock again. We're going to let it run out to 0. I have to figure out about this, what that's giving me. Now we get to 0. We're out of time. However, I can still get points The minute I drain, game over. So that is actually pretty cool on this game, how that does that. Like I said, I have to figure out what that does for points, because it is so oddly random, and the plastics for it don't say anything. So, and it doesn't say anything here of what points get. I know on the back glass it doesn't, and as of right now it doesn't. It says making the word travel, lights, travel special light, making the word time, adds time special light. We're talking about these right here. Bottom shooter adds 25 units and scores 5,000 points, which is right there. Game over when there is no remaining time on clock and ball leaves the playing field when you drain. Tilt penalty is 15 time units and ball in play. I have to figure out what is triggering this. See if I got a switch that's too close, or what really is triggering this, to see if they're too close or what, because I don't know exactly what that's scoring, but we could probably look in the manual. But I'm so glad that clock is running. I just want to start it and let it go. Okay, it doesn't say anything about that. It says it stops the clock and there's 5,000 when lit. I noticed the 5,000 when lit is when you call it, when the game is over. See, it's lit now. Let's add some time. See, it's not lit. But now it's lit. Not lit. We'll run out of time. One more. Now it's lit again. Let's hit the button. I don't have nothing about that saucer. Never use Vaseline for lubrication. It does tell you to use grease on here to grease parts, but not a lot. Well, that's coil chart. I'll have to look at it to see what that is generating. Let's start a new game. When we're at no points. It's 500 now. 500. It's like working perfect. So I'm guessing I gotta go through and do some. And this I have to work on. This I screwed up myself. I turned the plate field upside down and I mashed the bulb down and bent the socket, so I have to fix that. We have that. This reel I do gotta check the contacts on. Yeah, something is definitely sticking on that, because that was giving me a lot of points, an awful lot. Yeah. We got a bad switch on there, but anyways, let's get the clock running so we can run out of time. But yeah, that's it. That is. All right, I ran out of batteries. I unplugged the camera. The camera's got a battery in it, but it's not a good battery. Unplugged the camera so I could plug this in, and then I totally forgot about the weak battery that's in there. So yeah, I do have to check what is operating that, and then figure out what's going on with that bonus. And I have to fix this light, and then I think it's ready to go. So I'm guessing that should give 500 points. But there's a too tight of a switch or something that's not making it work. So cool things along the bottom. Give me a thumbs up and take care, and later.